can't be the one that's always initiated. I can't be the one that's like, babe, when are we going to start trying for kids? Babe, when are we going to get married? Babe, I can't keep doing that. I need you to come listen to me, babe. We can't just go upstairs and have kids and then tomorrow I'm pregnant and then what? Like, what is your plan?
What's there to plan?
What do you mean, what's there to plan? I don't want to just have a child because I want a child. Like, no, I want to have a child with a plan and you just don't get it.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter to you that this is what I want.
Still on my reaction to Young, Famous, and African. Now let us talk about Kayleigh and Quentin. Okay, I feel like they are not on the same wavelength, all right? And I do not doubt that Quentin loves Kayleigh and Kayleigh loves Quentin, also known as Naked. I do not doubt it. Quentin has 2 divorces under his belt. A man who has had 2 failed marriages should be skeptical about getting married for the 3rd time. I just think he is with a woman who wants something different than he wants. Personally, I am not married, but guess what? If I ever get married and it ends in divorce, I'm not doing it again. If I want to keep the company of a man, I'll just keep a special friend, a long-term special friend. I will not do it again, personally. I understand Quentin as a man who has 2 divorces under his belt. He's just had that thing of, marriage, and for him, marriage will not change anything. He is with a woman who wants something else. Kayleigh wants to be married, and I feel like Kayleigh keep pulling these strings to be able to get what she wants out of Quentin. And for me, that is not a healthy dynamic. Kayleigh has been complaining since season 1, wanting more commitment, and Quentin decided that they should move in together. Season 2, Kayleigh kept pushing for more commitment and even marriage, and guess what? Quentin decided to do a mock proposal. And now we are in season 3 and it is the same thing Kayleigh wants. Oh, I want to be married. I want us to move into our own house. I don't want to be in your house. Ladies, let us learn from Kayleigh. Love is not enough for you to be with somebody. That is the lesson that we are supposed to take away from this dynamic. Love is not enough. When you are not on the same wavelength with somebody you are in a relationship with, it's okay to separate, figure things out, and determine if keeping the relationship is something that is worthwhile. I feel like Kayleigh is pushing for marriage and Quentin is not there. And I hope they do not get married for the show, because it will not work out in the long term. You cannot make somebody ready for marriage if they are not mentally ready. And sometimes, you threaten, oh, I'm going to move out, just to give him an ultimatum, because Kayleigh was like, oh, well, I'm trying to find my own place. I'm trying to move out, hoping that will get Naked to see what they have. I do not feel like using ultimatums and manipulation tactics to get your man to see the value in what both of you have together so he can decide to marry you. I do not think that is the right thing. I feel like between Kayleigh and Quentin, they have a communication problem, and Kayleigh is not comfortable really opening up, because it's like anytime she wants to talk about something, Quentin is quite defensive and does not take it seriously. He is quite defensive and he does not take it seriously. So that makes Kayleigh uncomfortable. And then she goes around talking to the other people in the group. And when it gets to Quentin, he's not happy about it. I feel they have a beautiful relationship and they could do better working on their communication and just being open and honest with each other. And I would also encourage Quentin to also have an active listening skill. I think he doesn't really listen to Kayleigh. He only kind of listens to respond, but not really listen to pay attention to what she is saying. I wish them the very best, but I hope they do not get married because of the show, because love is not enough to marry somebody. You must be prepared to marry somebody. And sometimes if you are not on the same wavelength in terms of the destination of a particular relationship, it is best to call it quits. I am just saying, I wish them the very best, and we are going to be watching what will happen on the next season, which is season 4. So thank you so much for hanging out with me as I react to the Young, Famous, and African. It's a Netflix series. So yeah, catch me on the next reaction. My name is Dr. Z. I'm a sociologist. If you are not following, guess what? Hit the follow button.